benefits. You'll love working with Warren and Griffin. 5 stars.
I'm C. Mark.
I'm John Mark.
Do you have questions about Social Security disability?
Give us a call at 265-HURT.
That's 265-4878.
We are your local law firm.
Don't miss our 2 biggest days to save at Ashley Home Store. Save 10% off your entire purchase, plus get 0% interest for 5 years. That's 10% off your entire purchase, plus take 5 years to pay. Saturday and Sunday only at Ashley Home Store.
We are taking you shopping this morning, and trust me, whether you're a guy, a girl, young or old, you are going to love Poor Taste on the south side of Chattanooga. That's where we are finding Lucas McKay and Jake Curry, the owners of the store. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks for having us.
What a fun way you have to come to work every day. This is like stepping back in time, quite literally, because the building is old, full of history. But then, Lucas, everything you have here is true vintage. Right?
Yes, exactly. So most of the stuff we have in the store ranges between like the 70s and the 90s. So a lot of the jeans we have are from, made in USA era of Levi's jeans, in the 1980s and 1990s. And then a lot of the band t-shirts in here are, similar 70s to the 90s, and that's mostly what people come in here looking for.
So we go to a lot of places, Jake, and we didn't know, we weren't familiar with you when we came here this morning. So we pulled up, and I saw the window, and I thought, oh, this is going to be kind of a cool place. Because the window is different from a lot of storefronts. There's a lot of, I'm used to floral and lots of color. There's this vintage look in the window. Then we come in, and I told you, the first thing I noticed was that this is very much a store where men can feel comfortable.
Right.
You've got something for everybody.
Definitely.
But it's kind of a unisex feel.
Yeah, so we just put what we feel up front, kind of what's our best selling stuff, like music tees, just kind of jackets and sweatshirts, stuff like that. But we definitely like to say that it goes unisex. So, whether you're a guy or girl, you can come in, you can find something you want in any size and anywhere in our store. For sure.
Let's talk about those band tees. I mean, they're all along the wall and they're in great shape.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all intend to take in this many, or it just kind of happened?
Yeah, it kind of just started happening. So we do buy, sell, and trade here in the store. So we sell vintage clothing, but it all comes from people local to Chattanooga who've got it sitting in their closets. And a lot of times, a lot of these t-shirts, were bought at a concert and they ended up sitting in their closet, from 1980 until now. And so people will bring it in. And ever since we've been doing this over the last 12 months, we've just had a lot of people bringing in band tees, and we love it. And they look great on the walls, a display piece, but it's also a great piece of nostalgia that a lot of people want to take home with them.
I love the power of a name. So on our way over here this morning, we were talking in the station car about, gee, I wonder how they got their name of Poor Taste. We knew you were a consignment retail place, resale place, but how did you get the name?
Actually, we were having a beer one night, and we were trying to figure out the name. And I got a particular cheap beer, I won't say what it is, and he goes, "You have poor taste." And then we're just like, that's it. Bang.
That's the name.
That's the name.
So how does it work? When people come into you, you're not consignment, you purchase from them. They walk out with cash in their hands.
That's right. Yeah, so people will come in, and we'll basically, if someone brings in a whole trash bag full of stuff, we'll look through it, and whatever we want, we'll offer either cash or store credit for. So if someone wants to use the money in the store, we'll always pay more, sometimes double in store credit. And but yeah, if they want to leave with cash, we'll put cash in their hand.
You've really got a little bit of everything. I mean, I'm looking around, you've got lots of old hats, baseball caps.
Oh yeah.
Truly vintage. Is that a Wile E. Coyote one behind you I'm seeing? Yeah. You've got shoes. What are you What are you looking for when people bring in?
We would think that both sneakers and cowboy boots, although they're very different, for this area where we're at, it's just like timeless, footwear. I personally love, some days I'll wear cowboy boots, some days sneakers. So we'll keep that in stock, and it's a similar model. People bring it in, and we kind of appraise it and either offer cash or store credit.
Shopping this way has really become the cool thing to do. Because there's a big push now about how when you shop resell, that's helping with environmental benefits, right? Because you're saving the planet by repurposing and recycling. You've been doing this, both of you have, for a long time. Y'all were already shoppers like this.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we both we talked about growing up, we used to always go to thrift stores, and instead of going to the mall or something to get our clothes, we would just go to thrift store. It's like you can get something pretty cool for a lot cheaper that not everyone else would have.
Right.
A lot more unique.
So when you're shopping, obviously y'all are doing the inventory check first for us. So you've already made sure it's in good condition and that no problems with it. Yeah. But what do you think people should look for if they're new to this idea of shopping? The classic timelessness of it? What should they look for?
Yeah, I think everyone's drawn to something different, and I think going thrifting in general is you're trying to find something that is unique or maybe one of one that you might not find at like a big box store or at a mall. And with the popularity of thrifting increasing, a place like this is kind of like a more curated selection of what you might go out and hope to find at a thrift store. So if you know you like old Levi's jeans or you like old band t-shirts, instead of going around thrift store to thrift store, which might be cleared out of them, you can come here, and we've already had people who go to thrift stores and they bring them here.
Take the guesswork
So
out.
it takes the guesswork out of it, so you might pay more at a curated store like this, but you can find something you're looking for.
Okay, you've got this whole section behind us. Is this designated for your game section?
Yeah, this is all sports right here. This is like local, like Tennessee or Alabama or Georgia, and then like professional sports like Titans, Falcons, stuff like that.
So we have a guy who watches the show, Mark Warren. Chances are he's watching this right
See
now.
Mark Warren?
See Mark Warren. He loves Tennessee
I went to school with
balls.
his son, actually, randomly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bo Warren.
Bo Warren.
Graduated with him.
All right, Mark, if you're watching, what's the story? Like that looks very old.
Yeah, this is definitely like 90s right here, straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's got
100%.
this nostalgic feel, maybe different shades, different graphics on them that are definitely going to feel nostalgic to certain buyers.
It's just so very cool. I mean, it's part shopping experience, part history, part preservation. It's a little bit of everything. So if people are watching thinking, okay, I'm going to go raid my husband's closet now because I know he's got that band t-shirt from 1986. Should they wash it first? Do you want things to be
Honestly,
clean?
you don't have to. We'll do it. We wash pretty much everything. Unless it's like we can tell it's like just been washed, we'll wash everything before we put it out on the floor.
Okay. All right. Your hours, are you open both days of the weekend?
We are open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
All right. Amazing things happen when you share a beer with a friend.
That's
true.
true.
Thank you both so much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
And by the way, they know that the Southside is a big dog-friendly area. So if you're out walking your dog and you want to bring the dog into the store, not only can you do that, they have a treat jar on the desk too
That's right.
for your dog to have a treat. He or she will want to come back and shop too.
Heck
Thank
yeah.
you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Poor Taste on the Southside. That's your new place to come shop vintage wear. We're back after this.
This weekend, huge savings on floor models. We're clearing out all 22 models, 40 to 60% off with full factory warranties. 5-person hot tubs, $2,500, 100% in-house financing.